Have you ever wondered why sleep is so crucial to your life in a world that seems to glorify sleep deprivation? Dr. Matthew Walker, one of the world's foremost sleep neuroscientists, opens our eyes to the astonishing importance of sleep in his groundbreaking book, Why We Sleep. This summary will not only immerse you in the scientific revelations that demonstrate how sleep impacts every facet of our health and well-being, but will also offer practical strategies to transform your nighttime life and, ultimately, your daytime life. Get ready to unravel the mysteries of rest and discover how to optimize it. Throughout the 5 chapters that make up this summary, we'll explore everything from the biological foundations of sleep to its profound implications for our memory, emotions, and overall health. In each section, we'll show you how to apply Walker's insights to improve your quality of life. I invite you to dive into this transformative journey to discover the hidden power of sleep. Chapter 1. The Why of Sleep, a fundamental biological need. Walker dismantles the notion that sleep is an optional luxury. Through a vast amount of scientific evidence, he demonstrates that sleep is a non-negotiable biological necessity, as vital as eating, drinking, and breathing. He explains that, unlike other bodily functions, nature has not found a substitute for sleep. This means that every aspect of our physiology and psychology is compromised if we don't get enough sleep. Walker introduces us to the 2 pillars of sleep: the circadian rhythm and homeostatic sleep pressure. The circadian rhythm is our 24-hour internal clock that regulates our sleep-wake patterns, primarily influenced by light. Homeostatic pressure, on the other hand, is the accumulation of the need for sleep, which increases throughout the day and dissipates with sleep. A clear example is how we feel increasingly sleepy as the workday progresses. That feeling is only relieved by a good night's rest. Walker emphasizes that ignoring these biological signals has serious long-term health consequences, increasing the risk of diseases such as Alzheimer's, heart disease, and diabetes. Based on what this chapter has to offer, you should consider prioritizing sleep as a non-negotiable necessity, integrating it into your daily routine like any other vital function. Chapter 2. The 2 States of Rest. Walker delves into the intricacies of the 2 main types of sleep: non-REM, or NREM sleep on the one hand, and rapid eye movement, or REM sleep on the other. Each has distinct and crucial functions for our health. NREM sleep, especially its deeper stages, acts as a cleaning service for the brain. During this phase, the glymphatic system is activated, removing metabolic waste accumulated during the day, including the beta-amyloid protein associated with Alzheimer's. An example of the importance of NREM sleep is its role in consolidating factual memory and motor skills. If you're learning a new language or a manual skill, it's during deep NREM sleep that your brain replicates and strengthens those neural connections, allowing the information to become permanently embedded. On the other hand, REM sleep is the setting for our most vivid dreams and is critical for emotional health and creativity. During REM sleep, the brain processes emotions, integrates new experiences, and generates new connections that can lead to creative problem-solving. Walker cites studies where people who have been through difficult emotional experiences showed better adaptation after a night of adequate REM sleep, suggesting that this phase acts as a kind of nighttime therapy. REM sleep deprivation can lead to increased anxiety and emotional vulnerability. In line with what has been discussed in this chapter, you should ensure you get full cycles of sleep so your brain can optimally perform its cleansing, memory consolidation, and emotional processing functions. Chapter 3. The Impact of Sleep on Learning and Memory. This chapter delves into the fascinating relationship between sleep and our ability to learn and remember. Walker convincingly argues that sleep is not just a period of inactivity, but a state of intense brain activity that optimizes learning and information retention. He divides this process into 3 interconnected phases. 1. Before learning or pre-learning, a well-rested brain is a brain ready to learn. Sleep deprivation reduces the capacity of the hippocampus by 40%. Recall that the hippocampus is the brain region crucial for forming new memories. Walker compares this to an office drawer that slams shut, preventing new information from being processed. An example is when you try to study for an exam after a sleepless night. No matter how much you read, you feel like the information just won't stick. 2. During learning and coding, although learning occurs during wakefulness, the quality of prior sleep directly impacts how efficiently we encode new information. 3. After learning, consolidation and retrieval. This is where sleep really shines. Deep NREM sleep is essential for consolidating memories based on facts and motor skills, transferring them from temporary to long-term stores. REM sleep, meanwhile, plays a crucial role in integrating new memories with pre-existing knowledge, fostering creativity and problem-solving. Walker gives the example of musicians learning a new piece. Practicing is important, but it's during sleep that motor skills and musical memory are strengthened, allowing for more fluid performance the next day. In line with what this chapter has said, you should consider prioritizing sleep, both before and after any meaningful learning activity, to maximize your ability to acquire and retain new information and skills. Chapter 4. Sleep, Health, and Disease. An undeniable connection. Walker presents overwhelming evidence showing how sleep deprivation is a significant risk factor for a multitude of chronic diseases and serious health conditions. He shows us that sleep is not an add-on to our wellness diet, but a central component of a robust immune system, a balanced metabolism, and optimal cardiovascular function. For example, Walker explains how lack of sleep suppresses the immune system, reducing the production of natural killer cells, which are vital for fighting infections and cancer cells. A study cited by Walker showed that a single night of sleep of just 4 or 5 hours can reduce natural killer cell activity by 70%. This explains why we tend to get sicker when we're sleep deprived. Furthermore, sleep plays a critical role in hormonal and metabolic regulation. Lack of sleep disrupts the balance of ghrelin, the hunger hormone, and leptin, the satiety hormone, making us feel hungrier and less satisfied, increasing the risk of obesity and type 2 diabetes. It is also associated with an increased risk of cardiovascular disease, due to increased blood pressure and inflammation. Walker highlights how in modern societies where sleep deprivation is rampant, these diseases are on the rise, suggesting a worrying correlation. Based on what has been expressed in this chapter, you should consider recognizing that getting enough sleep is one of the most important investments you can make in your long-term health, comparable to a healthy diet and regular exercise. Chapter 5. Practical Tips to Improve Your Sleep. After presenting the overwhelming evidence on the importance of sleep, Walker dedicates this chapter to offering practical strategies to improve the quality and quantity of our rest. These aren't magic bullets, but rather science-based habits that can transform your nightlife. One of the key recommendations is consistency. Going to bed and getting up at the same time every day, even on weekends. This helps recalibrate our circadian rhythm and establish a consistent sleep pattern. Walker compares it to a raft on a river. If we launch it from a different point each day, it will never know where to go. Similarly, an inconsistent sleep schedule confuses our internal clock. Another crucial tip is optimizing your sleep environment. This includes keeping your bedroom dark, cool, and quiet. Light, especially the blue light from screens, suppresses the production of melatonin, the sleep hormone. Therefore, Walker suggests avoiding screens at least an hour before bedtime. Temperature is also important. The body needs to lower its core temperature to initiate sleep. Finally, we are encouraged to avoid caffeine and alcohol before bed. Although alcohol can induce drowsiness, it fragments sleep and suppresses REM sleep, leading to lower quality rest. Based on what has been expressed in this chapter, you should consider implementing a consistent sleep routine and optimizing your nighttime environment to create the ideal conditions that promote deep, restorative rest. In conclusion, Why We Sleep is not just a book. It is an urgent wake-up call to a society that underestimates and sacrifices the fundamental pillar of our existence: sleep. Dr. Matthew Walker has masterfully illuminated how sleep is the most potent medicine and the wisest investment we can make in our physical and mental health, our memory, our emotions, and our creativity. As we close this summary, I invite you to view sleep not as an interruption to your day, but as the foundation upon which a full and healthy life is built. Every additional hour of sleep is an investment in a stronger, smarter, happier, and more resilient you. Start prioritizing your sleep today, because by doing so, You will not only transform your nights, but also unlock the true potential of your days. Sleep well, live better. If you enjoyed this content, give me a like, share the video, and if you can, subscribe to my channel for more learning.